Bitskwela is a Filipino-led EduTech platform that strives to make Bitcoin and cryptocurrency education accessible to all Filipinos of any ethnicity. Jiro Reyes is the CEO and co-founder at Bitskwela. So, hello Jiro, we're very happy to have you dito sa Startup Podcast.
Likewise, thank you, Sir Johnny, for the invite. I really appreciate it. It's always okay talagang to be given a platform to be sharing our passion for the cryptocurrency space. Maraming salamat po talaga.
Yeah, and especially what you're doing right now, Bitcoin and crypto, parang medyo trendy siya ngayon and buzzword. So maybe we can also enlighten us and our listeners kung ano nga ba ang Bitcoin and ano nga ba talaga ang ginagawa ninyo sa Bitskwela. So let's start with the question, ano nga ba ang Bitskwela?
Ayun, good question, boss. Actually, yung Bitskwela talaga is really my brainchild talaga ever since I graduated since college. Bitskwela is an education company that is focused talaga on helping accelerate po and really localizing crypto content in the Philippines. So we're really in the mission talaga to accelerate crypto adoption within all the regions of the Philippines. Not only Metro Manila, pero kapatid mga ibang probinsya sa iba't ibang parte ng Pilipinas po talaga. And we do this with our different pillars po. So that's multilingual content, educational software, and our long-term plan of a Bitskwela Academy, which we plan to expand in the Philippines and both internationally as well.
Wow. I think that's a good roadmap actually to how you plan to make Bitcoin education accessible to the whole country even. Before anything else, ano nga ba ang Bitcoin at ano nga ba ang crypto? Maybe let's start with that para din meron tayong idea ano ba yung parang main concept na inyong tinatakil kumbaga.
So, pag kasi ganun tanong, it's best to tackle first the word cryptocurrency. So, to best understand the word cryptocurrency kasi, break down po natin yung word na into its root words, crypto and currency. So, crypto is the process of hiding information, bale. So, ang very basic example nito is memorizing a table and then using that table as your code of reference kapag nakipag-usap sa tao. So, kunwari, A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, D equals 4. Kapag sinabihin kita, Sir Johnny, ng, let's say, ABC, maintindihan mo yun through 1, 2, 3. Exactly. So that's a very, very basic example of how or what cryptography is, right? Now, currency, pretty sure everyone knows what the currency is, but just to reiterate, it's like a system of money used in nations or societies. So, Philippine peso, Japanese yen, European dollar, etc., right? So, you combine both of those two definitions to come up with the definition of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency or money that is secured by cryptography, making it nearly impossible to counterfeit or hack. Now, a very simpler version of it is money po, pero much more secure. Okay. Now, Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. So you can think kasi of cryptocurrency as the umbrella term. Yung Bitcoin siya yung nasa ilalim. Ito yung parang unang cryptocurrency in existence. Nag-start po ito ng 2008 ng global financial crisis. Fun fact, sir, ginawa po ito ng isang hindi kilalang tao talaga. Si Satoshi Nakamoto. Walang nakakalam kung sino siya, saan siya galing, ano itsura niya, anong balbas niya, may balbas ba siya, may mustache, kung may suot ba siyang hat, ewan ko. But the point is, it was created by a person, man, woman, or whatnot, that wanted a way out of the current financial system. Kasi kaya siya ginawa noong 2008 ng global financial crisis Kasi nung nakita niya yung parang, ba't nga ba nangyari yung recession yun, di ba? Just to reiterate, yung recession yun nangyari because of the greed and the irresponsibility of the banks, credit agencies, and companies back then, di ba? So parang nagtaas yung credit, leverage sa buong sistema. Kaya sabi ni Satoshi, kung sino man siya, ayoko ng ganito. Gagawa akong sarili kong pera na walang namamahala talaga. And yun yung Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency that you can truly own. And when I say truly own, no one can take it away from you talaga. So it is true digital property.
Yeah, and especially digital siya, no? So hindi siya physical basically. Pwede mo siyang i-transact along over the internet kumbaga. And yes. With crypto, I think that's how you make it secure. Kumbaga yung transactions inside the internet, you make it really secure. Para sure ka na pag nagpadala ka ng pera, hindi yun mawawala or something.
Exactly.
Pero aside from that, na parang, I mean, how important is it really for people to know, and especially this is like the mission of Bitskwela, parang bakit crucial malaman or matutunan ng mga tao, ng Pilipino sa buong Pilipinas, sa bawat bahagi ng Pilipinas ang Bitcoin? Parang ano ba talaga yung problema ng lipunan maybe na masasolve if talagang inadapt natin ang Bitcoin maybe?
So maraming sagot yun eh. Actually, kung sasagutin ko ng buo, baka butan isang oras dito.
Okay.
Pero to simplify it talaga, marami talagang benefits on cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in terms of transparency, efficiency, financial inclusion, all that stuff po talaga, right? It all boils down to a more free economy po. An economy, a space where everyone is permitted to join po. For example po, kasi kapag nasa Web3 space ka, ay walang restrictions kahit sino ka man, kahit galing ng Cebu, kahit galing ng Davao, kahit galing ka Pampanga, kahit galing ng China, Egypt, Germany, kung saan man sa mundo, di ba? You can participate in the Web3 economy po. Now, this is very different from the current ecosystem we have with like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, which are more or less controlled ng data natin ng mga big companies ito, right? So the Web3 space in essence brings back the ownership to us people talaga. Yung gumagawa ng content, yung gumagawa ng data, yung nagpa-participate talaga sa mundo, right? Now, in terms of the macro side talaga, this opportunity, the Web3 opportunity is a very big opportunity that the Philippines cannot miss it, right? We are already actually lagging behind when it comes to our ASEAN peers, like India, Thailand, etc., right? And Malaysia even. Pilipinas nagalag po tayo. Right now, if you check out the current demographics ng Pilipino, 84%, in fact po ito, 84% ng mga Pilipino ay aware of cryptocurrency. So this means na if you ask someone, uy, narinig mo naman yung Bitcoin, pare? Most probably sabihin nila, oo, di ba? And they know how to open a Binance, PDAX, or PayMaya account, right? To buy and sell. Pero, 74% of which do not know what the Bitcoin or the blockchain is, right? So even though the awareness is high, understanding is very low. Now, this is a very big problem. Bakit? Kasi napakaraming scams na nangyari sa Pilipinas over the past few years. Fact din po ito. Bilyones may maraming bilyones ng pera na peso na nawawala over the past few years. So, mga Ponzi schemes, rug pulls, at kung anong walang kwentang schemes sa mga ibang bad actors sa Pilipinas ba. They're taking advantage of the lack of understanding, education in the Philippines when it comes to Filipinos, diba? So, yun. And, so, yun po talaga yung problema na tinatry i-solve ng Bitskwela. We want to dampen that side of the area talaga and really elevate Filipinos' crypto literacy, as we like to call it, when it comes to this space.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's true, no? Actually, most Filipinos parang naki-ride sa bandwagon somehow. Parang, it's a quick get rich. I think lalo nung 2020 at lalo nung 2017, I think. So parang doon sila gumamit, not really adapt, no. Doon sila bumili. I mean, somehow, a big portion of Filipinos. Pero yun nga totoo na maybe those people or some Filipinos or even me, when I first bought Bitcoin, I didn't know really yung Web3 actually, yung decentralization aspect nitong Bitcoin, nitong cryptocurrency. Like as you've mentioned, parang pag compared sa past money na maybe sa Web2, parang maybe mas may control yung big companies doon sa money na yun. Pero crypto can be like the money of the people, di ba? Parang
exactly.
Yeah, so I've taken a look now at Bitskwela's story sa inyong website actually, and you said nga there that as you mentioned, some people are parang scared then of crypto, and that's because of the lack of crypto education. As you've said, mataas ang awareness, they see it in the news, we see it in the news, pero ano nga ba talaga itong Bitcoin, and hence you started Bitskwela. But can you share din, parang ano ba talaga yung parang light bulb moment, and maybe how did you form the team? How did you think of building a website of like this platform?
Yeah, so good question actually. Yung Bitskwela talaga nag-start back then. Around, nag-start lang kami this year actually. Nag-launch lang kami noong May 6. Pero for context talaga, parang nang light bulb moment ko was back then during college. Kasi during college, doon ako mas naging vocal about cryptocurrencies, right? So with me being more vocal, I've started getting more questions from friends, family, colleagues. Parang sinasabihin ako, "Uy, Jiro, ano nga ba yung Bitcoin yan? Uy, Jiro, okay ba yung Ethereum? Uy, Jiro, NFTs, ano yan? Ba't may mga images yan? Ano yan?" So, ako, matulungin naman akong tao. So, siyempre, tutulungan ko sila. Sige, ito pare, ito yun. Explain ko sa kanila, right? But the problem is, nung ginagawa ko yun, parang I always found myself sending 5 to 10 links all together in one message, diba? Just to explain one topic, one answer, whatnot, right? So, parang dito pa lang na-realize ko, wow, this is already a big hurdle to adoption in the Philippines. Kasi, parang, kung siyempre, if you're gonna put yourselves in the shoes of the new investor, matatakot ka na agad eh. pag may 5 to 10 links, parang, wow, ang haba naman ito, technical naman, parang, di na pala para sa akin, walang oras, ganun, diba? So, and to add to that as well, all of these sources were in English, pure English po siya, right? Now, this might not be a problem for our listeners right now, for my circle of friends, for your circle of friends, pero this isn't the case po talaga for everyone outside of the Metro Manila area when it comes to different provinces dito po sa bansa natin, right? So that's when I came up with the idea to create this all-in-one platform which actually localizes and democratizes crypto educational content dito po sa Pilipinas. So yun, ideation, operations po ng team which formed around ano nga ba to? Early 2022, tama. So early this year lang actually. So we're a very young team and we launched no May 6. We'd had a launch event no May 6 sa Poblacion, Makati.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, in Facebook lang.
Yun. So yun, we've actually been in operations now for around 2.5 months as of today, August 2. Pero I would say the growth has been very exponential talaga. Fun fact po, we started with a team of 6 lang no May 6. May 6. Nawala ko sa ano. Pero right now, as of August 2 actually, kaka-expand lang namin the team into 17. Around 17 people.
Wow, dami.
Yes, marami. Pati ako nagulat ako kasi nag-headcount ako nung kahapon ata or something. Parang, teka, what? Parang dami na pala namin.
Yeah, but I mean, why? I mean, anong ginagawa ng karamihan ng team members din?
So, kasi parang sa team of 6 yun, yung C-suite namin, may iba't ibang departments kami. Alright, so we have marketing, content research, we have finance, operations ako, etc. So we wanted to expand on each department talaga to really amplify our ano. And fun fact din kasi marami din sa mga namin, sa mga contributors namin sa Bitskwela are people who actually approached us to work for Bitskwela. Hindi kami naghahanap actually. Like back then, parang wala talagang plano honestly to expand as early as now. Kasi, you know, it was, we're still pre-funding, pre-seed, whatnot. So, parang chill muna, right? Pero, yun, we started getting so much messages of people. Hey Jiro, hey Bitskwela, I want to help out. Let me know what I can do. Here's what I can offer to you guys. Ganun. Parang, so like, wow, ang dami talagang, and that's when I really parang saw the culture of Web3. Parang, I really felt the want of people, the genuine want of people and passion to help out with our mission, which I super appreciated. Kaya yun, I started onboarding more people onto the team, both core contributors and contributors. Shoutout nga para sa inyo if you're listening right now. Salamat sa mga tulong niyo sa amin. But yeah, we expanded from there and then yun, parang sabi na, sige, tuloy na natin to. Let's onboard more contributors talaga. So yun, all leading to the 17 roughly people we have today.
Speaking of those content, I really like, actually I've read quite, maybe 4 or 5 articles sa Bitskwela. And I really like your presentation kasi it's also very simple. Parang, you as you said nga, you have these pillars and you also have a multilingual presentation or parang way of writing. Pero it's also very simple, to be honest. I really like yung you make it simple, parang madali maintindihan, madali ma-absorb ng kahit sino. Kumbaga relatable and as much as possible hindi gumagamit ng jargons. I think. So you really have that vision and that parang principle. Kasi totoo naman, I mean, how can it be the money of the people if the people cannot understand it?
Exactly. So, precisely. Oo nga. I should quote that nga next time.
So, punta naman natin yung principles or yung pillars. I really like it, especially when you go nga to the website, available ang inyong materials, yung inyong content in English, Tagalog, Cebuano, and Ilocano. So, can you just share parang what's the thought behind this lang?
Right. So, it goes back to the problem kanina that I said kanina na not everyone in the Philippines is as fluent in English or Tagalog even. Katulad natin, di ba? So parang, and the Philippines is very rich in culture, very rich in different languages and dialects na meron po tayo. Right. So right now we have 8 main languages from Ilocano, Cebuano, Kapampangan, Pangasinan, Bicolano, Waray, etc. So marami po talaga, right? And really the main goal or the long-term goal of Bitskwela is to educate different Filipinos in all of those languages. That's actually on all those 8 major languages and even more. Why not, right?
Yeah.
So, the thought behind it talaga is really just banking on the mission to localize education in the Philippines. Again, just really reaching out and being the human bridges, quote unquote, from the Web 2 space onto the Web 3 space.
Yeah,
para sa Pilipino natin.
Yeah, of course. And I remember, yun din, you also say that you can learn Bitcoin in 5 minutes. So,
yes.
Di ba sabi principle nga that making those modules or even yung videos sa YouTube, I've also taken a look at those. Parang they're really short and bite-sized. So, parang this is also a principle ba that you're parang embedding sa inyong mga contents?
Kasi kapag nung ginagawa namin yung course talaga tsaka yung website, talagang human-centered talaga yung lahat ng ginagawa namin, right? We put the newbie investor / newbie enthusiast in perspective, right? So when you're creating the course for Bitcoin, parang wala pang 5-minute course back then. Parang nung binabasa ko siya, umabot siya ng... Ako kasi nagsulat na kami ni Vince tsaka ni Lance. Shoutout sa inyo nga pala. Umabot siya ng mga 16,000 words ata. Basta napakahaba. Right? So it's composed right now of 14 modules. Check nyo po siya sa bitskwela.com. Pero ayun, parang nung nakita ko siya, parang wait lang. Parang haba pa rin to. Ang dami kasi kailangan pag-usapan talaga. If technicals. Kahit sobrang simplified na siya, right? So, sabi ko, it might help if gumawa tayo ng condensed version ito, which is a 5-minute course. So, ayun, gumawa kami ng interactive 5-minute course na literally kaya mong daanan in 5 minutes. Hence the name. So, yun. It is a very more condensed na version of our educational modules, and we plan to translate this as well to our other topics in the future.
Yeah, speaking about the interactive aspect, no, meron din mga quizzes actually, di ba? So, parang, and aside from the interaction, parang how do you, kasi I think people will want to learn if they also enjoy learning. So, how do you make also Bitcoin learning fun? I'm a follower sa Facebook page, no? At ang daming, sometimes you post memes, so maybe it's also part of that. I really like those. I really like those memes, no? Pero yeah, so can you just share, like, do you also make parang Bitcoin learning fun and interactive and parang really relatable and enjoyable?
Yeah, so yung unang attempt naman talaga dyan is the Bitcoin quiz. Actually, yung quiz na attach po siya onto all other topics in the future. So this is our way talaga of, testing the people kung natutunan nyo in a funner way-ish on if na-absorb nyo ba yung modules namin. Pero in the long run, one of our plans talaga is to attach NFT certificate para talaga may progress, right? Or even like leveled stars. We're still exploring that part on that end. But yes, also other context din, yung mga educational workshops namin. Fun fact, kagaling ko lang sa Globe Tower around last week. We did the talk for Globe and VPRI, PR agency, sa mga media outlets. And then after the workshop that we gave, we did a step-by-step tutorial on how to open up a MetaMask. And then after all of that, parang nagbigay po kami ng NFT certificates sa kanila after setting up their MetaMask. So it was really interactive talaga. It was really face-to-face talaga na, hello po ma'am, what's your name po? Okay, start na po tayo ng MetaMask natin. So download nyo muna.
Interesting.
So talagang and then we capped it all off with an NFT certificate, of course, in partnership with Lika, aming close partner sa NFT side naman. So yeah, it was a pretty fun time talaga. But overall, I want to highlight talaga that Bitskwela is not only this website, right? That's only one aspect to it. We don't want kasi to be this digital textbook lang na babasahin ng tao, right? We want to be more reaching out to people. Hence our different initiatives both in the Metro Manila and in other provinces that we have done, and we are about to do Q3 and Q4 of this year.
Yeah, it's really amazing, no? Yung Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, crypto, or even Ethereum, or even MetaMask workshop. And maybe, actually some of my friends also, I have an account kasi sa Binance or even coins at PH. So, parang step-to-step tutorial on how to open accounts, on how to buy. So, I really think those are useful. And especially what you do, you really go to companies or you really go to organizations para talagang ma-share yung information na yun. And
exactly.
You can really follow. And now that I think about it, parang okay siyang business model kasi parang that's how you I'm not sure with operations.
It's one of it, yeah.
Pero siguro ang question din, kasi education or learning, kumbaga, somehow the Filipino must also be motivated. So parang, how do you motivate really a person to really learn Bitcoin, kumbaga? I mean, is it also part of your parang education principle, kumbaga?
So, number one aspect talaga dyan is to make the actual modules digestible, right? Because first and foremost, if the modules aren't digestible to the common person, then this wouldn't be absorbed, right? Like, even though the marketing is good and whatnot, even though it looks good, diba? It would probably one module in ng mga tao, parang ang boring naman ito basahin, right? So, first step talaga is to make the mismong foundational modules interactive and digestible through simplified language, through relatable examples, etc., etc. Number 2 is adding incentives. So that's why you mentioned ko kanina NFT certifications, once they finish the courses sa website namin and or workshops. So this gives them a sense of completion / something to be proud of, right? When actually learning. Now we also plan to do some learn to earn initiatives maybe in the future. No definite timeline, but we will be adding more and more incentives talaga along the way. It's really building it brick by brick talaga when it comes to foundation of Bitskwela. So yeah, and number 3 is the community. So Facebook community namin sa yung Bitskwela Education Philippines. We really focus on harnessing this interactive and supportive group talaga to further entice people to learn Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies one way or another. So it's a whole ecosystem talaga.
Yeah, but that's really cool. Learn to earn. Kasi sama yung gamified, medyo uso yun yung gamifying educational systems, no? Kasi that's
Right.
also how people can get incentive. But that's really unique, learn to earn. Maybe magkakaroon kayo ng sariling token.
No, we don't have plans to do any tokens. Probably for here, we will partner up with different companies to provide incentives. The thing is, we've gotten interest din from other people na, uy, maglabas kayo ng token for Bitskwela, parang Bitskwela token, ganun. The thing is, we could do that, no problem naman. Pero that kasi might invite, or that involves risk, right? Financial risk for the people who will buy our token, right? And we don't want to do that given we're banking on education talaga, proper education, right? So we don't want to be shillers. We don't want to promote our own token for our own gain lang naman, right? So probably an NFT project along the way at most, but token mukhang malabo tayo.
Yeah, but that's true. That's really fair. That's really a good thought to it. You've mentioned your partners with Likha, which hopefully ma-interview din natin dito sa podcast. But my question is parang I'm following Bitskwela and you also in Facebook, and recently ang dami yung pinupuntang mga workshops, mga talks, mga conferences. So parang for you, parang how is the crypto community ba in the Philippines? Parang can you just share some perspectives on the whole community?
Super great, pare, not gonna lie. As in, I've been in this space for around 3 years na actually, or malapit na mag 3 years, right? And in that short span of time, quote unquote short, relatively, talagang naramdaman ko yung closeness and tight-knit talaga ng crypto communities Pilipinas, right? And the collaboration talaga when it comes to different parties and whatnot. Compared to the Web 2 landscape back then, parang experience ko din was more talagang competition, usually more on predatory, right? It's really more on there's only be one winner. That type of culture, I guess, in a way, diba? This is Web 3 talagang ramdam mo yung difference, ramdam mo yung shift of culture from Web 2 and Web 3. You can really feel the collaboration. You can really feel the pagtutulungan, right? As ang dami kong naging kaibigan dito na tutulong lang out of nowhere kasi they just want to help out, right? And of course, I myself try to give back that same value to all of them, right? But the point is talagang ramdam mo You have to really experience it firsthand for you to understand what I'm really talking about. And really talk to the people, talk to the founders, talk to the employees, talk to anyone in the space, honestly. Because the thing about Web3 and how it's different from Web 2 culture is Web 2, their goals are different. When it comes to different companies or brands and whatnot, they can be for the money, they can be for technology, blah, 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 etc., right? But in Web 3, we have even though different industries, technically may iba't ibang kumpanya or different executions and whatnot, we all have that same vision of a decentralized ecosystem. So kahit iba-iba yung mga kumpanya, nagka-tie-in pa rin sa dulo right? So that's what really makes it unifying talaga overall na abstractly, diba? Kaya it all falls down to, again, to collaboration and pagtutulungan within the community. Kaya it's an amazing space, simply put talaga. And I'm really thankful to be part of this cultural shift in the Philippines. And even the
I think it's where we can see how technology affects culture. Kasi Web 2 nga yung centralized kumbaga tech ng Web 2, nagre-reflect siya sa pagiging there's only one winner, as you said nga. And competition, very competition-based kasi. Kumbaga, I mean, they're really going for the top. Pero with Web 3, na kumbaga different, I mean, the tech itself, the structure itself is decentralized, no? So, different organizations, different tokens, different projects, different ecosystems can actually profit or benefit more if they work together, di ba? Parang it's a synergistic approach to that.
Exactly.
But that's really amazing, no? How you... So, hopefully nga, no, mas marami sa atin ang I'm not sure. Maybe hindi pa ganun kabuo pa yung tech ng Web3 rin, no? Yung parang infra, yung engineering ng blockchain. behind all of these projects. Speaking of this, no, I want to maybe most of our listeners then want to know about Bitcoin as a token, as I mean something like a market. I mean, how do you say this? First of all, we should disclaim that this is not financial advice, but I mean Bitcoin as
Classic.
something, something, something that you buy like an asset na maybe you sasabayin mo yung medyo careful ako sa words sorry.
Go lang.
When change niya sa price to maybe to profit or something. So can you just share some thoughts on like bear market ba ang crypto now or and maybe what's your general thoughts about the whole cryptocurrency market now?
Yeah, no secret naman bear market yung cryptocurrencies over the past months. Over the past 3 or 4 months, nag-loss ng value si Bitcoin for around 66%. Other cryptocurrencies even bigger, from 80% to 90% to virtually zero. Right? So marami talagang naapektuhan and lots of value has been lost in the space. Not gonna lie, you can't cover that up. Right? But one thing from my end at least is still sure. And again, not financial advice. Crypto is here to stay, right? Whether we like it or not. It has all these different bear markets / black swan / negative events only strengthens the crypto market, right? Because if crypto in itself, the industry, is a fragile industry, then it would have been destroyed back then. Kasi the recession we're seeing right now, the bear market we're seeing right now, it's nothing compared to what the industry has seen dati, right? So again, it goes back. If the whole idea of Web3 was weak talaga and it didn't have any foundation, matagal na dapat wala to, right? But look, we're still having this podcast. Bitskwela is still here. People are still building. Innovators are still thriving in the Web3 ecosystem. So, it is here to stay talaga. It's just a matter of when it will come back. Well, from a technical perspective kasi, cryptocurrencies are perceived as risk-on assets. So medyo sumusunod pa rin siya sa mga macroeconomic conditions like interest rates, inflation, debt, credit, etc. Right? But again, it's just a matter of time before the whole cryptocurrency space rallies back up talaga to its macro highs and whatnot. Again, personal opinion, NFA. I'm personally just DCAing or dollar cost averaging into my positions when it comes to Bitcoin and maybe some Ethereum. But everything else is in stable coins. I'm just waiting for the right time, more or less, to be more aggressive when buying. Because right now, arguably, we just entered a recession. Given, sorry, naging macro talk na pala.
Go lang.
Arguably, naging recession na yung US with the recent GDP data of -0.9%. Kasi recession is technically defined as 2 quarters of negative GDP growth. So we just had the first one, the first three months of this year at 1.6, and then the second quarter of 0.9. So technically recession tayo, but it's just parang right now we're not really feeling it yet. So it's still unknown if this recession is going to be a mild one, a very big one, or false alarm lang, right? But one thing's pretty clear though, and it is seen at the charts naman technical analysis naman, that we're still in a bear / accumulation phase. So there's still lots of time to build, lots of time to network, lots of time to learn. And this is exactly why I think that Bitskwela should thrive in this environment talaga, because this is the time for people to learn and actually upskill themselves in the Web3 space, should they, or if they want to pursue it.
Actually, habang bear market, tsaka makakabili pa tayo ng mura.
Exactly.
and NFA. Yeah, not NFA, not financial advice ulit But about this volatility of crypto and yung risks nga, so do you also educate, I mean, is it also part of your materials, of your content, no? Parang itong investment thoughts, itong investment principles, itong other concerns of Bitcoin as an asset. So do you also have this in your materials sa Bitskwela?
It's not the main focus right now, pero we do cover those topics in our Facebook community. So for example, over the past week, nagpo-post ako sa mga about inflation, about GDP data, about whatnot, etc. So we cover it lightly, but that isn't our main focus, because our main focus at Bitskwela is the fundamental aspects of cryptocurrencies and how they work talaga, right? So investment side, medyo secondary siya, and we could explore more on the trading / investing side in the future. Pero right now, Yeah.
Yeah, it
Here
is
and
true.
there.
Dapat natin malaman muna kung ano ba talaga itong binibili natin, no? How it works, the
Exactly.
technology behind. Pero
Exactly.
I'm just curious, Jiro. What's your background? I mean, how did you learn Bitcoin in the first place, kumbaga? And parang what really keeps you wanting to learn more, kumbaga?
Maniniwala ka ba sa akin pag sinabi ko yung crypto journey ko nag-start with a show my bowl? Hindi, di ba? Pero ganun siya eh. Kasi one afternoon sa college cafeteria namin, bumili akong siomai rice bowl, sorry. With chili, soy sauce, tsaka yung tubig ko. Right? And then, noon kasi nag-iisip ako, ano nga ba yung isang way na pwede pa ako mag-earn, di ba? Kasi I didn't want to be a corporate desk worker na stare lang sa mga walls and whatnot. I wanted the way out of the rat race, as they call it. Right? So, I thought, try ko mga trading sa stocks and crypto. So, binuksan ko yung Google ko. Tapos parang sabi ko, what is Bitcoin? Parang naging start ng whole journey ko into the space. And then yun, once I started understanding more about the fundamentals of how it works, its implications it has, and it will have in a society, sa buong mundo actually, doon ako na-love eh. So overall talaga lagi kong sinasabi, I came in the space for the money, pero I'm staying in the space for the implications and the, its social impact na magagawa niya sa iba't ibang parte ng mundo natin, especially in the Philippines right now. So, yeah, and that's why I came up with Bitskwela, and it became my passion na rin to really educate people on this space. Kasi for some added context, information design ako sa Ateneo, right? Pero while habang fine arts yung pinag-usapan namin sa course namin, our main task talaga was not to make designs pretty, but to make designs digestible.
Yeah.
And that is really, I think, where I got my knack talaga for simplifying things, right? Kasi yun yung common misconception. Design is just about making things pretty, attractive, and whatnot. But it's not. It's making things digestible talaga to the common person. So,
and relatable and actually usable. So yung material is very relatable and usable. And you mentioned that before you search what is Bitcoin. So maybe in the future when other people search what is Bitcoin or ano ang Bitcoin, ang lalabas na is Bitskwela in
Bitskwela.com. Hopefully, brother, hopefully.
So speaking of the future of Bitskwela, so ano nga ba what's in store for Bitskwela? Ano ba dapat abangan ng ating mga listeners? Maybe they I mean what's in the future? What do you have for us in the future?
Right. So in the short term, actually marami tayong plano. One of which is our upcoming NFT courses. Going live on our Bitskwela V2 platform. So I say V2 because we're also revamping the website actually to add more features, account creation, and of course our NFT course in partnership though with Leka Marketplace as well. So we're going to be talking about the fundamentals of NFTs, how they work and how they operate talaga, right? We're also in talks with lots of local and international players in the Web2 and Web3 space. So we're currently in talks pa lang finalizing things, but things are cooking talaga in the background. I'm really excited. I just can't disclose anything lang right now.
Sure.
Pero marami talagang niluluto right now ang Bitskwela talaga in the back end. In the long run then, medium run pala, sorry. We do plan to do these regional reach outs where we will go to different provinces in the Philippines. For example, Baguio, Cebu, Davao, Pampanga, La Union, etc. To really extend our crypto education in these different provinces in the Philippines, right? Again, it goes back to democratizing education dito sa bansa natin, right? So this will be in conjunction with different partners and maybe some officials, or rather. We will post more details kapag dumating na siya. Pag malapit na rather.
Of course.
And yeah, in the long run, of course, everything will be anchored on our mission to educate Filipinos, whether be it in offline, online, whatever engagement talaga. It's really basta targeted mission talaga namin to educate Filipinos talaga.
Yeah, I'm really bullish actually. Bullish. and I really like kasi yung aspect na you're really making money in currency, inclusive. Lahat talaga makagamit. Hindi yung parang we're slaves to our own money, to our own currency. But we're really participants in this larger economy. So, parang Bitskwela nga is playing that role na parang really through education, making currency, making money really accessible and really participatory, and everyone can really participate. So, thank you, Jiro, for this conversation.
My pleasure, man.
If our listeners want to know more, maybe they want to learn about Bitskwela, or maybe there are some investors maybe who want to or maybe some partners who want to collaborate with you. So how can they find more information? How can they contact you?
Yeah, so we have lots of social media, of course. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. So at Bitskwela, so that's Bitskwela. Tama yung spelling ko? Tama.
I
And
just
then,
put that down below sa ating descriptions.
yeah, and if you guys, any partners/investors want to get in touch with us, we please reach us out to hi@bitskwela.com sa email namin. So we would be very happy to talk with you guys on more on our plans and whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Was a
maraming
great
salamat,
was a great
Jiro.
talk.
And yeah, thank you also for enlightening us about Bitcoin, about crypto, especially yung kanyang social implication, and especially what you're doing at Bitskwela. So, for me, I'm bullish.
Appreciate your support, brother. Always. Maraming salamat po talaga.
Thank you.
Was great. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much to our 21 patrons. AskLexPH is our official e-learning partner. Get 5% discount on e-learning courses and certification programs on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more using our promo code ALPHAXSUP. This episode is super powered by NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. And 8chain, an 8-in-1 cryptocurrency project building one chain at a time, starting with max rep, workout, and earn. This episode is powered by ePlayment, Interleukin, and ROC.ph. Support us at www.patreon.com/startuppodcastph. Ignite Philippines, the country's premier innovation conference, is happening this October 10 to 14, featuring the Wildfire Pitch event where the winner will represent the Philippines in the Startup World Cup next year in Silicon Valley. Tickets now available at www.ignite.ph.